Hi, this is Car Guy 11. At the Chicago Auto Show Media Day, I had the opportunity to speak with the Ford Mustang product engineer about the new MagneRide suspension on a new 2018 Mustang.
Of the MagneRide, is this like the touring mode? Is that going to be more like the Mustang is in the base GT trim, and then?
So it's not. So MagneRide's interesting. It's a little bit different than some of the other technologies for variable damping because it's so quick to react, like instantaneous to react. You have better controls, and then there's all these algorithms, right? That go up and do lookup tables and all this other stuff. But if you're driving straight and been driving straight, if I look into the history and look forward and look at all my huge array of sensors, there's no reason to knock your teeth out.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's no reason. So you get these, if you can imagine, contour maps, right? I think of them as three-dimensional, but they're all multi-dimensional.
Does it sort of turn static at that point?
It'll basically turn to its lowest viscosity, right? Yeah, its lowest viscosity is the way to think about it, I think. Or the biggest orifice, right?
So the springs,
so basically,
the spring's softer with the MagneRide?
This controls damping is what it does. So MagneRide controls damping. So in the performance pack, we didn't change the spring setup for MagneRide.
Oh, really?
No, I don't need to, because it really
some people think that you need the actual suspension movement to be able to compensate for, because if you're running a static system, right, you want to be lower, tighter, stronger, and if you have a MagneRide, you want to increase that dynamic range.
Yeah. So our algorithms, what we've got set up is the performance pack ends up with a system or a steel tuning, say. And then the MagneRide can come in and decide in different conditions where I am, because the performance pack's already a pretty steeled setup. As it's set up already. What we then do on top of that is, in the MagneRide situation, we actually had to upgrade the knuckle and the wheel bearing because the loads from the damping. So some people think about it. Yep. The damping can create that much force. So people will think about it maybe as a steel setup, but the damping in the MagneRide system we've seen can actually change those counter forces way more than the steel systems. Because we've never, so we had to basically take the compliance out of the knuckle and the wheel bearing to basically create enough of a reaction against the damping control. So that's how much more damping capability that we get out of the MagneRide system. And so when we go to full, right, what we're really, in a simplistic term, in like a mapping optimization, we always can come back that you're driving to work, 55 miles an hour, haven't done anything for a long time. We're not going to knock your teeth out, but as soon as you basically are on a track, you can switch it over to track mode, and that gradient is a real steep gradient that when you're in, and then you do what I find the most amazing when I drive them on the track, it's a really fun drive I have, is when you go back and forth. I just find it so amazing that when you basically can do an S-turn or something, it's just how quick that balance, it's just phenomenal.
Is it 3-mode or 2?
We let go 3-mode is how we do it. But some of the things is the mapping. The mapping points may be similar.
They overlap.
It's the overlapping system of it all, right? Is sometimes we've made the conscious decision you shouldn't punish yourself with the technology we have. And I think it has a little bit to do with some of the other technology is orifice based and doesn't have the time to basically be as reactive. So if you're indexing an orifice, you don't have the time to basically create that contour map because you're basically an orifice change. But with the MagneRide, it is so much quicker. It's pretty amazing. But we spent a lot of time tuning that. But the tire helped us a lot to get all that together again.
Was this strictly engineered in-house, or did you partner up with
So BWI is the maker of MagneRide. It will probably be doing an event with Michelin, BWI, and us at a track in the future to kind of explain a little.